Speaking to me right now is someone in Chile who's been opening up for one of the most beloved rock bands of all time, and now they are the most beloved rock band of their time. I'm here with Taylor from the Pretty Reckless. Taylor, you guys have a brand new song. There's a lot of comments and reactions to it. What's it like to drop a new song? You guys have been waiting to put this out for a while now.
It feels great, honestly. It feels fantastic. It's the hardest thing is creating music and then having to sit on it. It's just it's a weird place to live, and so it's finally out in the world. And the record has a announce date of June 26th. Everything's coming out, and it feels fantastic.
My Midwestern accent came out when I read the title of the album the first time. Dear God, I threw an extra A in there. I was like, Dear God. It
Dear
has a
God.
fun title that I don't mean to make sound sarcastic. Like, oh, dear God, another one. There's so many.
Well, it's I like the title because there's so many different connotations, so
Yes.
you can say it that way.
A lot of heavy imagery in it. A lot of heavy imagery in it. Let's talk about this new song. This is When I Wake Up. It feels like you paint. You're very good at painting an image in your lyrics
Thank
and kind of
you.
telling a story. And I know exactly where the person you may be portraying in the song is in the moment. And maybe you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, I mean, when I wake up is, I mean, in one way, it's quite self-explanatory. When I wake up, I don't know where I was last night. It's a story that I think we all kind of know the story, and I think it's a if I put it this way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you probably haven't lived it. It kind of the song kind of goes through a series of nights of waking up and not knowing exactly what happened the night before, and it's a life that I may or may not have lived. I'm going to stick with that to protect the innocent.
Okay.
But it's about access and that life that we all kind of think is cool. But at the end of the day, it can only go on for so long, and it might get glamorized a lot of the time, but it's actually quite dark, and it can end up quite dark. It's a good time until it's not so much a good time.
Exactly. There is a lot of reactions to this. And the thing I enjoy sometimes when a new song drops is what the diehard fans think and how they're going to react to it and how they're going to process it. And
Oh,
the one
totally.
comment it was a good giggle when I saw this, and I had to point it out. Someone even time stamped in the song when they heard this. The F bomb at 1 minute and 59 seconds sounds so authentic. This song is a roller coaster, goes up and down. It has a lot of emotions. There's some elements that remind me almost of Green Day in a sense. But then at 1:59, there's this stop. You take a breath, and then you let out the most soft, like turn away from the microphone F bomb of all time. And it did sound so authentic. Do you enjoy getting things in like a song like that, or was that on purpose, or was it just kind of like you come across it and like, oh, we got to make sure this is in there?
It That song was the take. It was one take, and that was an ad lib that, for a variety of reasons, it was not written to the song, and it just totally worked, and so we
It,
kept it.
Yeah, this is one of those times like when I heard it, this is one of those times it's one thing if you just put like a dirty word in a song, you're just like, whatever, does that mean anything? But this time it absolutely meant everything, considering where this song is. It's like the perfect, like, I'm gonna stop and take a breath and say, like in the middle of it. It
Oh
was
yeah, no, it
perfect.
was one of those It was one of those magic recording moments when we
Yes,
listened
and
back to
I
that
want to play
take.
it on the radio. They won't let me do that. It's not
Oh, that
fair.
sucks. Oh, that isn't fair. Even in today's day and age, you don't have like a late night,
Yeah. We gotta
18
have a late night
over
version.
18
Yeah.
time.
I gotta have my late night tacos version of this song that I can get away with.
Yeah, right? Come on, we can make that happen. Come on, Midwest.
Yes, exactly. So this is a pretty massive tour you have coming together behind this record, and you guys are also still touring with ACDC. So
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot on the road. It's great.
I've had some friends talk about you guys opening up for ACDC and talk about how impressive it is because there's so much pressure in that situation. Correct?
Um, yes and no. I mean, I think that like we've been out with them now for almost this going into our third year. I've been I'm about to have been three different ages touring with ACDC. So in the beginning, I think that definitely, but now at this point, like they have become such good friends of mine, and we have a rhythm down, and it's we kind of know what we're doing. But even when there's pressure in the beginning of of a new territory, a new tour, and that kind of thing, that pressure is just excitement. That's really all it is. It's excitement with nowhere to go. And so as soon as the song, as soon as the lights go down and you walk out on stage, like all the pre-show jitters kind of go away as soon as I open my mouth. And so I think, that's the cool part about rock and roll is like at the end of the day, no matter the size of the venue or the stature of the tour or anything like that, it's just playing songs with your friends and it's awesome.
Yeah, you are very much a red light turns on type person. I mean that in the genuine sense of the word. I appreciate the energy you guys bring, and I like a band that can. I saw this. We had Twin City Takeover. We had 3 Days Grace, and this great band opened up for them called The Funeral Portrait. And I like this band, but I knew it was something where this band is going to win people over tonight, and it was 100% that. Is it exciting to be in that position? Because then you guys go into your own shows. You have some huge shows coming up here in the Midwest. You're going to be at the Riviera coming up in July in Chicago. You're also going to be on Rockfest as well. But there's a different challenge to like a set where you're headlining, another set where you're opening up for a band. Like what are the differences in terms of how you put a set together and how you guys perform those sets, varying from the two different types of shows?
I mean, the biggest difference is time, honestly.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
like in an opening slot, there's an element of like our show itself and like, how we perform or play or whatever, that doesn't change. I mean, it changes night by night because it's just a live rock and roll band, but it doesn't mm, we're not doing anything differently. We are what we are, which is awesome. It's super fun to get on stage and crank amps and see what's going to happen that night. But I'm so looking forward to headlining just to be able to like own the venue again. And there's no rules with headlining. I mean, there are, but they're mine to break. So so it's going to be a very fun, like we haven't headlined since I think it was like 2021 or something like that.
Wow.
So we're really excited to kind of be in that position again and to get on a stage and not have to leave the stage until I feel like leaving the stage. That's what I'm excited about. And then obviously new songs, like to have, we've been making this record in between AC/DC tours. And so I've had so much new music running through my head and then haven't been able to like get that out because it hasn't been finished and we've been playing the old material. And so to be in a position now to be able to play the new stuff in full is just so exciting. Like this is my favorite part of every record cycle is the beginning.
So when I wake up, focusing on this new song that just dropped within 24 hours of us having this conversation, what are the reactions that you've seen to it that surprise you? Because once it's out of the nest, there's always this different perception of what it is, right? There's always
there
like someone internalizes it in a different way that you don't expect.
There is. I'll be honest, it's you're saying it's less than 24 hours and I'm in Chile right now with very bad internet, so I haven't really seen much. So it kind of feels like it's not out yet to me.
Well,
Um
I can tell you it's positive from what I'm looking at.
well,
People,
that's fantastic. That's what I love to hear. So I don't really know. I haven't seen anything that has surprised me yet. But I am just glad that it's out. I'm glad people are giving it a chance, if that's what you're telling me. So I hope people like it. I think at the end of the day, the song itself is quite eh, deeper than it might appear on first listen, but I think that it has a very, very fun energy to it. And so I hope that people enjoy it and just have a good time with it.
a lot of very, 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 very positive sense of this, and of course the big thing whenever you announce a tour, everyone just yells what city there is on the tour that they're going to be seeing you at. So that's always exciting as well.
Oh, it's
And
great.
immediately, my first thing when I heard the song was, "Oh, it's Friday." As I'm talking to you now, this sounds like hopefully not my Saturday morning. So
Well, you
so
never know. Well, you never know. See, that's the challenge with the When I Wake Up is you never expect to wake up and not know what happened. That's never the intention when you go out. Um,
um
and a Friday the 13th, nonetheless.
yes. Oh, we're talking to you on Friday the 13th. Chuck, 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 chuck.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, there we go. I had to get it in. I had to. There's a lot of different things on this album. Is there a general element that maybe that this song "When I Wake Up" kind of represents that is a thread through the rest of the record, or is it its own standalone energy?
The whole record, the whole record is really meant to be listened to in completion. I'm a big fan of the album still, even though it's not so trendy with the kids anymore. And it's really a body of work that tells a complete story. And When I Wake Up is a piece of that story. So it's kind of hard to answer that without having everyone hear the full shebang. But soon, June 26th, then we can revisit this.
Well, another thing is like there's other songs that we've heard from this that came out as singles that kind of like, and as I see a track listing and I see the artwork, you guys have that up, that's up now on your socials as well. That I kind of see like, oh, there's a concept here. Like I haven't seen a really fun, interesting, for lack of a better phrase, concept record for the service of the conversation in a while, and it looks like there really is one here. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, there definitely is, and I like that we're putting out, at least as of right now, the songs are coming out in the order of the album because, like, to me, the track listing of this record in particular is incredibly important to take you on the journey the correct way, because this record is it's very diaristic in a way. Like it's very honest, it's very blunt, and it's kind of ripped directly from my diary, and in a way that I haven't necessarily explored to this extent before. So the story and the order is really important. So it's cool to me that we're putting it out in the way that it should be heard in that kind of order.
All right, so do your homework. I got to get these dates in here before I forget. Pre-sale for the upcoming tour across the United States and North America starts on St. Patrick's Day, runs through the 19th. So start on that on 3/17. The on sale public date for those shows is on March 20th. That includes the Rock Fest in Wisconsin coming up on July 18th. You guys will be in Chicago at the Riviera on the 17th, and in Madison, Wisconsin. You'll be there with AC/DC at Camp Randall Stadium coming up on July 19th. Well worth the trip. Taylor, thank you so much for the time, especially overseas, where I hope they're treating you well and you're eating well, and hopefully can get better internet at some point.
I know, right? It's just the internet, but Chili's awesome. We're having a great time. So, but we cannot wait to headline, and we're going to see you guys so soon, and I'm so excited for it.
Thank you for the time, Taylor. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, man.
You too.